Have you ever seen a live birth? Like, have you ever seen a woman give birth before in person?
No, why would I see that?
I don't that was the last comment was about you delivering a baby. I was just I know it was
Oh,
kidding, but I
no,
was
no,
curious if you had ever
no,
actually
that's a
been in the
joke.
presence
Yeah.
of a delivery. Oh, yeah,
No.
no, that is 100% a joke. I understand that, but I was just curious if you'd ever somehow witnessed birth or childbirth or been nearby, like,
I don't have any kids,
mhm,
so that'd be a
and
no.
I guess it'd be weird if you had, like, a sister or
Yeah,
something.
I've had sisters that have kids, but like I'm not in the
Wait, can I ask,
delivery
so
room.
you have how many siblings?
Two.
2. And do they have kids?
Yeah, they have kids.
Okay, but you've never been present for the births?
No, why would I be
Just
present for the birth?
just curious. Were you, like,
Why?
down the hall?
How many births have you been present for?
I've only been present for well, I guess the one, really.
Yeah. When were
But,
the other births that you could have possibly been present at?
um, I don't know, I guess if I had lived closer to my sisters, I probably would've gone. I wouldn't
In
have,
the
like,
room?
looked I don't know, I wouldn't have, like, looked at it,
Are
but I
you
might have
allowed in
been
the room?
nearby
Isn't that
down the
like kind of closed off?
You know what's crazy? For my thing, I was it was like 8:30 at night, and I was in the super busy hospital. They'd had, like, a ton of people coming in and out, and, I was the first non-C-section birth that day. And so I had, like, the entire medical school, I feel like, came into my room to watch me give birth because it was, like, so rare that they got to see an actual, like,
Wow. How many people
delivery.
were in the room when you gave birth?
Oh, it varied. It would be like at one point there would be so when I was actually like pushing the even when I was pushing the baby out, because I was pushing for like 2 hours. So there would be periods when they would all leave and there'd be
Is that
no
long
doctor.
and that or is that short? How long does it usually take to push a baby out? I have
It's
no idea.
normal-ish. It's normal-ish. I labored for 18 hours. That's pretty normal.
That's normal?
Yeah, that's
All right.
normal.
18, that's a long.
18 hours sounds like a long time, but it's not too bad. It's pretty normal, I think. I
Were
think
you,
that's
were
a
you
normal amount of
sleeping
labor.
during some of it?
I did have to fall asleep for parts of it, but you kinda get woken up by the contractions. The contractions started off, like, 5 minutes apart and never got longer than that. It's just they got much stronger over time.
And then you had a
But
whole medical team in there with you.
yeah, well, it was like I had a doula who was kind of helping me with stuff, and so because the doula was there, sometimes
Is it
even when I
doula a medical term of a person's?
Oh, a doula is a private it's like I hired a private person. It's not a midwife, but it's just somebody that's kind of like standing beside you, I guess, helping you with the
Like your
process.
coach?
Yeah, well, what she did, which was really cool, and I wish more women could know this and have access to it, she knew how to, like, she would, like, hold my hips in this way that would really alleviate the pain. So she knew how to do these different, like, things with my
Wow.
body that would help me with the or would knew all these different positions that I could, like, labor in that would take kind of the pressure off of certain points or would make me feel more comfortable.
And
Um
because you were in medical school, you knew to get an doula?
No, no, this isn't something that I think is commonly talked about in medical school at all. It's very kind of like it's not a Western medicine thing, I don't think.
Okay.
But it's basically some people will want to labor at home, and I felt like I wanted to be in the hospital, but I kind of wanted, I guess,
With your a doula?
yeah, a doula.
Why would you want to do it at home? Like you're already paying health insurance, like you're already paying the bill. Just go and then
Mhm.
why? All right, I get it. You had your own doula, but like, why not all these other students that are just hanging around, just watching shit go down? Why wouldn't they be the doula, knowing that would only
Oh,
help you? Do you get what I'm saying?
because
Like, why
this is
they're
what's
just
interesting.
taking notes while you're fucking in pain? No one's like doing like if you didn't have a
Nobody
lady to do that, no one else would have done that
Oh,
for
yeah,
you.
nobody would
That's
know. I don't think
insane.
they teach that in medical school. It's
Just
the
things to
other
help with childbirth, and the people that are supposed to be specializing in childbirth have no idea. That's insane.
No, the people that are specializing in childbirth, they're focused on, like, what could go wrong. They're trained in, how to sew you up or how to cut you open or how to use different devices to keep you alive, but they're not really interested in your comfort. And there's nobody, even if you have an assigned doctor, that doctor is not going to sit by your side for those 18 hours. They're seeing other patients. So the doula was with me in my room, basically someone that I paid privately just to spend time with me while I gave birth, which was really
How
nice.
much was an doula?
Oh my gosh, I'm so ashamed. I did not pay her enough. I don't remember what I paid her, but I remember it
50
was a very
bucks?
no, no, it was
50
18
bucks.
hours. It was 18 hours, but I know that, like, what a doula should cost, it should be thousands of dollars, and I did not pay her that or anywhere close to that. You know, it
Oh,
was she gave me she was new to the field, and so she gave me a really sweet deal, which I needed because I at the time did not
yeah.
have a lot of money, or barely. I was on Medicaid when I gave birth, so I really didn't have any money, and I got very lucky that I got kind of it was like a friend knew this person that was just starting a doula practice, and so she gave me like a really low kind of buddy deal,
Oh, hell
and I got
yeah.
super lucky. Yeah.
Well, it's not like you just had it for like one 18-hour day, right? It's not like you had
Yeah,
her for like
but she
weeks
also
on weeks.
I mean, she met with us several times beforehand and went through all these different scenarios. Like, if this happens, what do you want to do? If this happens, what do you want to do? And it's so nice to like basically have all these different plans and alternatives to those plans. Like it was
I
nice.
thought it's just push the baby out. How many fucking ways is there to do it? It's just get the baby out of me, right? Isn't that like the only plan?
Well, there's things like if the baby's not coming out, at what point do you feel comfortable moving into like a C-section?
And apparently
Or
that
this
hospital was like, that's all we do here. Another C-section. All
well,
right. We gave her 30 minutes. It didn't pop out. C-section it is.
many of the hospitals, especially in New York, are like 40% C-section rates because
Really?
the
Because they
average
just don't want people in there. They want people in and out.
I think it's partly like they can control the environment. If anything goes wrong, that's like an easier default thing than to struggle with a laboring person, and to try to
Ah.
figure out what to do. And if something is wrong, then there's a greater risk potentially if you continue to try to labor. But it's also because when I was giving birth, I was told that the average age of first time moms in New York City, or at least in Manhattan, is 41. They're like
The
very
average age
high
of
risk.
first-time moms? Jeez.
Yeah, they're high risk pregnancies generally because you can't really afford a kid before then.
No, you can't. New York City. Yeah, I still can't afford one. I'm over 41.
I still can't afford
Yeah, it's
one. I still can't afford
they're expensive. There's a joke I did on my ad. It's on my dry bar special where talk about
one.
the cost of having a kid in New York City. According to the New York Times, was $45 a day. Like 45. I mean, I know you love your kids, but that's
Mhm.
like waking up every morning and seeing a parking ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I like go on from that. But yeah,
Mhm.
I haven't done that joke in years. I'll bring it out to Emma's Theater. I'll do it again. I'll do your
Yeah, you should
kid
do it in
show.
New York.
Yeah, I'll do it at your
Do it at
kids
the
show.
kids show.
Yeah, there's some jokes like you could do like that people with kids always get. Even though I don't have kids, but yeah, that's a old joke. I haven't said that joke in years. But yeah, it's
Oh, it would
expensive in New York
definitely work
City.
in New York. I
Yeah.
feel like with inflation, who knows what it costs daily.
Also, parking tickets aren't $45 anymore. Like I think they went up to they were $45 for alternate side parking. Now I think they're up to 65. So they went up $20.
That's probably the cost of a baby now. Feel
65
like
bucks.
those
Yeah,
2 things
65 bucks a
probably
day.
it's probably always the cost of a parking ticket
Uh,
per day.
that's what a kid is. The cost. It's like seeing a parking ticket every morning. Your kid. Uh,